Hello, I have a confession to make, and it's probably not even a shocker at all. If you ask me, if I had to choose between virtual learning and going back to school, I'm choosing virtual. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And not a lot of people are going to admit it, but it was great. Has nothing to do with COVID. I just really liked being at home by myself and learning. And I'm not lazy, so don't look at me like that. At this point in my life, I would consider myself an adult learner or an adult student. And I'm an introvert, a world-renowned harmonica player, expert on foods with social anxiety. And with all those great qualities, I don't mind not meeting my classmates. Has nothing to do with them and everything to do with me. The worst experience for me, and maybe for you, but for me, is the first week of classes where the professors make you awkwardly stand up and introduce yourself to your classmates. I never understood the point of this. I doubt that we're going to be friends after this semester. And if you take 3 or 4 classes, this is just on repeat. It's a tiny bit annoying, but more draining, if anything. And it's always the same questions every time, I promise you. What is your name? Tell us about yourself. What's your degree? What do you like to do for fun? And why are you taking this class? Yeah, my name is Jordy, and I really don't know what year this is because, well, I'm in and out of school, and I like to bake for fun, and I'm taking this class. Does she not realize that I'm taking this class because it's a requirement for me to graduate, and without it, I can't? Because I'm very interested in ethics. Sidebar, I really am interested in ethics. I just couldn't think of a class that I wasn't interested in that I had to take. I mean, at this point, I'm in my 20s and not my early 20s.
Damn.
There's no need for us to do this. I just want to get my degree and go. There's a 20% chance that we are all going to be friends and social after this class. Even throughout my college experience, my very long and painful, but great college experience, I've only made like 2 friends that are actually still my friends. And I'd meet people and be like super excited because in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm making a friend. This is great. And then afterwards, I realized that, oh, we were just school friends. I blame group projects. But anyway, I just feel like now that I am an adult student, and if you haven't realized, the topic of this video is that I'm an adult. I'm just a little bit more goal oriented and more than I was when I went to school when I was 18. And by that, I just mean that I am ready to get my degree and leave. I don't care about the funny business. But now that they're forcing us to go back into school, which should be optional, I'm just not ready for it. I really love the option of not turning on your camera or not answering questions, which is very awkward when your professor is just like staring at a blank screen and you're staring back, and then she's staring at you and you're staring back. And then you just pray that she doesn't call on you because your heart's gonna start beating and you're gonna tremble your words, or that's just me, I don't know. I definitely used to be the student who would like know the answer but refuse to answer it in front of the entire class, or would have a question but was too scared to ask in front of everyone. If you still struggle with this, I suggest that you just ask after class, or you can ask in an email or a classmate. I even liked on Zoom where you could just type it in the chat box, and it was great. It was great. I used to have one professor who would just like randomly call on you, whether you knew the answer or not. And yes, I know the answer, but this is not student roulette. This isn't fun for me. I'm actually very scared. Please don't do that. At least when you're virtual, like on Zoom, you don't have the pressure of people just like staring at you, waiting for an answer that may or may not be right. And that is why I love the chat box. I'm definitely not looking forward to when professors do this little thing like talk to the person beside you for 10 minutes, come up with an answer. Why? I can come up with the answer in 5 minutes by myself. I don't need to talk to this person beside me. It's very unnecessary. Like, if you're trying to set me up, just say that. Because I'm not good with being social. Well, not anymore. I'm better at it now. I can handle it. But I still get a little shaky. I'm not looking forward to group projects. I swear, if I have a group project this semester, I'm withdrawing. I don't care. They are the worst. I had to make a completely separate video about how much I hate group projects. And I understand the concept of doing group projects. You might meet a friend, you might network. But no, I don't want to do it. And that's the honest truth. I will say this. I said I made 2 friends from my whole entire college experience, and the one, she was in a group project. I kind of feel like we were going to be friends anyway because we sat right beside each other. Totally off topic, but we just clicked instantly, and I was like, wow, she's my friend, and we are still friends. But like I was saying, it's very possible you might meet somebody. I just rather not. I'm an adult, like I keep stating. It may not be right, but this is what I literally do with all my group projects. If I know we have to present, I will try to do like 70% of the work, because once it's time to present, I'm only talking 10% of the time. It just balances out. It's great. Like I said, I don't know if that was right or wrong, but I survived. Sidebar: if a presentation isn't necessary, we should all be doing the work. And that is why I hate group projects. So what's the point of this video? Because I know I'm sounding very negative. I just want to go back to Zoom learning. I'm kidding. I understand the fears and discomfort of going back to school, especially if you have a bit of social anxiety. Not exclusive to people who have social anxiety, but for me, for me. I also understand more than anyone that yes, although we hate it, it does get better. Those little social interactions are, they're helpful. They can lead to, let's say, a friendship or something more. Who knows? Also, comfort, just a little comfort in knowing that you aren't the only one who feels like this. And group projects or introducing yourself to the class, well, introducing yourself to the class only lasts like 30 or less seconds. If you take my tip about group projects, it'll last a minute. If you have a group project or a project by yourself, oh my goodness, I forgot to mention that. I hate presenting by myself. But if you have to present by yourself, don't be the first, don't be the last, be right in the middle. Presenting or like doing like a oral paper in front of everybody is the worst. I'm not ready for that either. It doesn't last long. It's very temporary. I promise you that 80% of the class isn't even paying attention. They're probably more nervous about their turn going on than actually listening to you present. But I still get it. It's my heart right now. I can't. Like I said, I understand and I get it and we can do it. You see how I turned that into a positive? But if there is one thing I refuse to do this year, I refuse to introduce myself to the class. I just can't, and it's not happening. But good luck. Bye.